Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like no matter how much healing you do, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many meditations you try, something still feels stuck? Like there's a part of you that just won't let go. A heaviness you can't fully explain, an emotional reaction that feels stronger than it should be, or patterns in your life that keep repeating over and over and over again? I know that feeling because I lived it. And what I'm about to share with you today changed everything. There was a moment in Bali, standing in the middle of nature, surrounded by energy that felt ancient, alive, and deeply spiritual, where I realized something that shook me. Not intellectually, but in my soul. I had already been doing healing work, Reiki, energy alignment, spiritual practices, and I could see it working. I could feel it working. People felt better. I felt better. But something inside me knew this is not the deepest layer. This is not the root. Because here's the truth. You can clear energy, you can balance chakras, you can feel amazing after a session. But if the root of the wound is still there, your system will go back. Not because healing doesn't work, but because your subconscious is still holding the pain. Let's talk about trauma. And I want you to really hear this. Trauma is not just something extreme. It's not only abuse or major life events. Trauma is anything that your system experienced that it did not know how to process. That could be being rejected, being ignored, being judged, feeling unsafe, feeling unloved, feeling abandoned, or feeling not enough. And here's the important part. Your body remembers everything, even when your mind forgets. So, what happens? You grow up, you move forward, you build a life, but deep inside, your system is still reacting to something that happened years ago. And this is where most people get stuck because they try to heal on the surface. They say, I want to feel better. I want peace. I want happiness. But underneath, their system is saying, I'm still hurt. I'm still protecting. I'm still afraid. So, what happens? You attract similar situations. You react in ways you don't understand. You feel triggered by things that seem small and you don't know why. That's trauma. That's stored emotional energy. That's the root. Now, let me be very clear, because this is important for my work and for your understanding. Reiki is powerful. Energy healing is real. I have seen it, I have done it, I have felt it. When I work with someone, I can feel their energy. I can sense blockages. I can open their chakras. I can bring light into their system and they feel amazing. Light, free, peaceful. But here's the truth most people don't say. If the root trauma is still there, that energy will eventually shift back. Not because healing didn't work, but because the the pattern is still alive. So the cycle looks like this. You feel blocked. You get healing, you feel amazing. You go back into life and triggers come back. Patterns repeat, energy closes again, and then you need another session. And again, Reiki is beautiful, but it becomes a maintenance tool instead of a transformational breakthrough. And this is where everything changed for me. Because in Bali, working with a shaman, I experienced something deeper. Not just energy moving, but emotions releasing, memories surfacing, pain dissolving, layers breaking open. Not in a dramatic way, but in a real way, a grounded way, a human way. And I realized this is the missing piece. If you want true healing, you don't just clear energy, you go to the root. You face what was buried. You release what was held. You forgive what was never processed. You bring awareness to what lived in the shadows. Because healing is not just light, healing is also truth. And in the next part of this episode, we're going to go deeper. We're going to talk about how trauma hides in your body, why you don't even realize it's there, how it creates emotional reactions and patterns, why people stay stuck for years, and how true trauma healing actually works. Because once you understand this, you will never look at your life the same way again. Now that we've opened the door, let's walk into the part most people avoid. Not because they don't want to heal, but because they don't even realize it's there. Here's something that might surprise you. Trauma is not stored in your thoughts, it's stored in your body. Your mind might say, I'm over it. I moved on. That was years ago. But your body, your nervous system, your emotional field is still holding the memory. And not as a story, but as a feeling. That tightness in your chest, that anxiety in your stomach, that sudden anger that comes out of nowhere, that emotional shutdown, that fear of being hurt again, that's not random. That's stored trauma speaking. Think of your system like this. Every experience you've ever had, especially emotional ones, creates a kind of imprint. And when something isn't processed, it doesn't disappear, it gets stored. So what happens? Your system creates patterns to protect you. If you were hurt before, your system says, let's not feel that way again. So it builds defense. That might look like avoiding closeness, pushing people away, overthinking everything, needing control, people pleasing, or shutting down emotionally. And the crazy part? Most people think that's just who I am. But it's not who you are. It's what you experienced. Now, here is where it gets even deeper. Your subconscious mind does not care about your happiness, it cares about what is familiar. So, even if something was painful, it feels familiar. Your system will repeat it. That's why people stay in toxic relationships. People attract similar patterns. People recreate the same emotional cycles. Not because they want to suffer, but because their system is trying to resolve something unfinished. It's like your soul is saying, let's try again. Maybe this time we'll heal it. But without awareness, you just repeat the pain. Let's talk about triggers, because this is where trauma becomes visible. Have you ever reacted strongly to something and later thought, why did I react like that? That moment is gold. Because a trigger is not about the present moment, it's about the past being activated. Someone says something small, but it hits something deep. And suddenly, you're not just reacting to them, you're reacting to everything that moment represents. That's trauma. It's not weakness, it's not overreaction, it's unprocessed emotion rising to the surface. Now let's go even deeper, because most trauma isn't just stored, it's suppressed. Meaning, you didn't allow yourself to fully feel it at the time. Maybe because you were too young. You didn't feel safe. You didn't have support. You were told to be strong. You were told to move on. So, what did you do? You pushed it down. And when you suppress emotion, it doesn't disappear. It gets stored in the body as tension, as energy, as resistance. And over time, that becomes anxiety, emotional instability, chronic stress, disconnection, lack of grounding. This is something I see a lot in my work. People say, I don't feel grounded. I feel off. I feel disconnected from myself. And they think, I need more energy healing. But often, it's not about more light, it's about releasing what's heavy. Because you cannot feel grounded when parts of you are still stuck in the past. Here's the truth, and I say this with love. You cannot heal what you are unwilling to face. You cannot release what you refuse to acknowledge. And you cannot move forward if part of you is still holding on to pain that was never processed. That doesn't mean blaming others. That doesn't mean reliving suffering. It means it means becoming aware, allowing yourself to feel and choosing to release. Now here's the good news. This is not where the story ends, because trauma is not permanent. Pain is not your identity, and your past does not define your future. Healing is possible. Deep healing, real healing, lasting healing. And in the next part, I'm going to take you into how trauma healing actually works. What I experienced with a shaman in Bali, the process of releasing stored pain, how forgiveness really happens on soul level, and how you begin transforming your life at the root. Because this is where everything changes. Now we go deeper into the theory, but into experience. Because everything I've shared so far, I didn't just learn, I lived it. There's something about Bali. You feel it the moment you arrive. The air feels different. The energy feels ancient, alive, almost like the land itself remembers something sacred. And when you step into that environment, you start to slow down. You start to feel more. You start to notice what's inside you that you've been too busy to see. And that's exactly what happened to me. I met a healer, a shaman, not in a way that felt mystical or dramatic, but in a way that felt real, grounded, present. There was no performance, no ego, no look at me, just a presence, awareness, and a deep understanding of the human experience. And I remember thinking, this is different. When the session began, it wasn't about energy first. It wasn't about chakras. It wasn't about light. It was about me. What I had experienced, what I had held, what I had never fully processed. And that's when I realized something powerful. Most healing starts too far ahead. We try to jump into peace without first acknowledging the pain. And then something shifted. As we began to go deeper, things started to come up, not because I forced them, but because I allowed them. Emotions I didn't expect, memories I hadn't thought about in years, feelings that had been buried so deep I didn't even know they were still there. And this is important because this is where real healing begins. Not when you feel good, but when you allow yourself to feel what was never fully felt. What was happening in that moment was not weakness. It was not losing control. It was my system finally letting go. Think about that. Years of holding, years of suppressing, years of protecting. And in that moment, my body said, it's safe now. And when your body feels safe, it releases. This is why trauma healing is so powerful and why it must be done properly. Because healing is not about forcing anything out. It's about creating a space where your system feels safe enough to let it go. That's what I have experienced. No pressure, no judgment, no expectation, just presence and permission. On a deeper level, what was happening was this. The emotional energy that had been stored was finally moving. The patterns that had been running unconsciously were becoming visible. And the parts of me that had been holding on were finally ready to release. Not because someone healed me, but because I allowed myself to participate in my own healing. That's the key. Let me say this clearly, because this might be one of the most important things in this entire episode. No healer heals you. A healer creates the space, guides the process, holds the energy. But you are the one who heals. You are the one who releases. You are the one who allows. You are the one who transforms. And when you understand that, everything changes. Now let's talk about something that many people misunderstand: forgiveness. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is saying, I am choosing to release the weight of this from my system. Because when you hold on to pain, you're not punishing the other person, you're carrying it. And that weight affects everything: your emotions, your relationships, your energy, your sense of peace. True forgiveness happens when the emotional charge is released. Not forced, not intellectual, but felt. After that experience, something shifted in me. Not in a dramatic, everything is perfect way, but in a grounded, real way. I felt lighter, but also more aware. I could see patterns more clearly. I could feel triggers differently. I could respond instead of react. And most importantly, I understood something deeply. If I want lasting change, I must continue doing the work at the root. And that's why I made a decision to go deeper, to learn more, to study trauma healing properly, to work with experienced teachers, including shamans in Bali, so I can offer something more complete, more powerful, more transformational. Not just temporary relief, but real change. And if you're watching this right now and something is resonating, this is your sign. Not that something is wrong with you, but that something in you is ready to be released. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are not stuck forever. You are carrying something that you were never taught how to process. And now you have the opportunity to change that. In the final part, we're going to bring this all together. And I'm going to guide you through a powerful, deep trauma release meditation where you will begin to connect with your body, your emotions, and gently start releasing what you've been holding. So find a quiet space because this next part is for you. Now, find a comfortable position. You can sit or lie down. Allow your body to relax. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. And gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Again, deep breath in and release. One more time, breathing in calm and exhaling tension. Now bring your awareness into your body. Feel where your body is supported. Feel the surface beneath you. And imagine roots extending from your body down into the earth. Deep, strong, grounding you. You are safe. You are supported. You are here. Now Gently scan your body from head to toe. Notice any areas of tension, any tightness, any discomfort. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. And if you feel something, place your awareness there and breathe into it, as if your breath is creating space inside that area. Now, bring your attention to your heart space and ask yourself gently, without force, what am I holding on to that I am ready to release? Don't think, just feel. And whatever comes up, an emotion, a memory, a sensation, allow it to be there. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to understand it. Just allow. Now, as you breathe, imagine that what you're holding is energy. And with each exhale, you begin to release it slowly, gently. You might feel emotion rising, and that's okay. Let it move. Let it flow. There is nothing wrong with you. This is your body letting go. If tears come, let them come. If sensation rise, let them move. You are safe to feel. Now imagine a soft, gentle, green light above you. This is the healing energy of Archangel Raphael. This light begins to flow down into your body, filling your heart, your chest, your entire system. Wherever there was pain, this light brings comfort. Wherever there was heaviness, this light brings ease. Allow yourself to receive. You don't have to do anything, just receive. Now gently repeat in your mind, as softly out loud, I release what no longer serves me. I forgive, not because it was okay, but because I choose peace. I allow myself to let go. I am safe to move forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine all remaining heaviness leaving your body. You are lighter now. Now feel your body again. Notice the space, the calm, the softness within you. This is your natural state. And every time you return here, you strengthen it. You are healing. You are growing. You are transforming. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Gently move your fingers, your toes, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about releasing what was never truly you. And when you begin to heal at the root, everything changes. If this resonated with you, if you felt something shift, this is just the beginning. Because I'm now going deeper into trauma healing, studying, learning, and expanding my work to help you transform on a much deeper level. If you would like to book a session, my website www.healingwithmartin.com is coming back soon. But in the meantime, you can come on my Instagram, which is martin.rock. Or you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I would be more than happy if you did, at Healing with Martin. And remember, you are not broken. You are healing. Till next time, namaste.